Shooting in 90 days, the last one happening in February in Parkland, Florida. That's in South Florida. Today's tragedy dominates the national conversation. I asked NBC's Chuck Todd, the moderator, the czar of Meet the Press, what we can expect next. Chuck, here we go again, very familiar in the United States. And with the shooting in Parkland, Florida, there were a lot of short-term political repercussions. The question is, how will that manifest itself? This time, it's too early to tell, but certainly there will be some kind of backlash.
There can be. You got to remember, though, sometimes the local political geography on the ground can sometimes matter where these shootings happen. To Parkland, this was South Florida, large population, very liberal, and very aggressive and very well connected. So, you know, I don't think you should assume you're going to have the same types of political reactions with this shooting. But I am curious to see in the post-Parkland, after the march and all of those things, this is the first major shooting after this march. What kind of the new activism do you see renew itself here? And the other question I have is, this is the second major mass shooting in Texas in the last 7 months. The Sutherland Springs church shooting was last November. The question I have is, do multiple mass shootings in a short period of time change the mindset of some lawmakers in that state?
As always, Chuck, we always appreciate your thoughts and your observations.